Thank you. Thank ASME. All of you on the bus trip, thank you very much for what you're doing. So Miller and I, the team here, George and I came to Congress together in 1974. Same class. We're both retiring this year. And I tell you what, George and I have worked on a lot of things over these years. We want to go out on a high note. We want to get the minimum wage raised before we leave Congress. Now, the vote probably going to take place in the Senate after Easter. After we're here next week, we got the Paycheck Fairness Act up next week in the Senate, and then we've got UI. And then, so we're out for 2 weeks over Easter. We'll come back. So there'll be 2 weeks when your senators will be back in their home states, and that's the time to turn up the heat, turn up the pressure, show up their meetings, and don't just show up. Raise hell, raise ruckus. Make sure they hear you when they're back in their states. So I'll tell you, we're going to have it. The Republicans say they're all going to filibuster it. We need 60 votes. Well, we'll bring it up. We'll debate it. We'll have a vote. I hope we vote. I hope we win it. If we don't, we'll bring it up again. Yes. And if we don't win it then, we'll bring it up again. And if we don't win it there, we'll bring it up in November at the polls, and we'll make Pelosi the next Speaker of the House of Representatives. You would think that if you went to any normal politician seeking re-election, and you said, I've got an issue here that polls like this, 73% of the American people support it. 71% of independents support this issue. 90% of Democrats, even 53% of Republicans. You throw that out there to a politician just like a dog salivating, he said, give me that issue. I'd like to vote on that. Well, that's the polling for raising the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour. But the Republicans are hidebound by their ideology. And you know what I say? Let them take that ideology and let them lose in November, and we'll get more people here who agree with it. So, Reuben, you speak truth to power. You know, the Supreme Court the other day, you're going to give more money power to the rich in this country in elections. But I always have said, there's one thing beats money power, people power. You, out there, you beat money power. And so, we need you to get organized, to really put the pressure on, to get us our votes for this. What's happening to Reuben Jones is not only unfair, it's morally wrong in America. It's un-American. For someone like Reuben to work hard, can't even get the money to go see his own grandkids. And you know what? You're not, I shouldn't point to you guys, but Ryan in the House yesterday, in the budget, came out with their budget. Cuts taxes for the wealthiest from 39% to 25%. So the wealthy get to take home even more money.
The rich and the greedy.
But that's it. That's greed. That's it, greed. You know, they love greed. I always thought greed was one of the 7 deadly sins. That's what my religion taught me, right, Nancy? Well, they adore it. They adore greed. And so they're giving more to the wealthy. What we're after is fairness and justice for working people. Yeah. And I got to tell you, I've been here through a lot of presidents and a lot of secretaries of labor. There couldn't be a better person at this time as Secretary of Labor than Tom Perez. God, he is so good. And so, like I said, we're going to keep bringing it up, raise a ruckus, put on the pressure. We'll put him to the test. And like I said, this November, If they won't let us give a raise to working Americans, 14 million kids in America will have a parent who gets a raise. 14 million kids. That's why the American Pediatric Society, the doctors that take care of kids, said this is one of the best things we can do for our kids, raise the minimum wage. Well, if they don't, well, we're going to give President Obama, we're going to give him a House that he can work with and more people in the Senate, and we're going to get it done one way or the other. Thank you.